So today is for right backs. Last time out, we compared Kevin De Bruyne, and Paul Scholes, given that De Bruyne was on his way out of the Premier League. And now we are doing the same for another top player who is also out of the Premier League this summer. Trent Alexander-Arnold is on his way to Real Madrid. And it's a good time to look at what he has done in the Premier League and also compare him with another top right back in the Premier League over the past decade of in the name of Kyle Walker. And it's a very tough one, actually. And I'm looking forward to some weird and funny answers from Victor and Max as usual. So, starting off, Victor, Trent Alexander Arnold versus Kyle Walker. Who is the better right back, in your opinion, and why?
Yeah. Well, traditionally, if you're a right back, you're a defender first, right?
Yeah.
Based on that, I obviously have to give it to Walker. He's the much better defender than Trent. It's obvious. Um, but the way right backs need to play now, and also for much of Walker's time in the Prem as well, that's not really traditional anymore, is it? You you picked a really tough one here, and as much as I would like to pick Trent everywhere because I'm a Liverpool fan, I really commend you for it. It's a properly tough choice. A short answer to this question would be Trent Alexander-Arnold because he's flashier, but I'm not sure that's enough. The longer answer, honestly, I have no idea. And it's not because of how he left Liverpool. I still have a lot of respect for his achievements. It's because Walker was so damned good as well.
Yeah, fair enough. Like I said before we started this video, it's a very, very, very close
Yeah.
one. Honestly, there are points for both players in literally every question. So going to come down to your final gut feeling at the end of the day. But moving on, Max, Trent and Kyle Walker, who do you think has been more impactful for their club or clubs in the Premier League?
Oh, I feel like this one is even more like hard to say. Obviously, Kyle Walker played for longer, won a lot more for team that he played. Obviously, he didn't win a shit with Spurs, but we all know what happens when you go to Spurs. So they played, I'd say, same amount of time in Man City and Liverpool at the same time. And probably overall, I feel like that Walker brought a bit more to Man City actually, because obviously they won a lot more. And this season, when he's not playing, he was in bad form. He got loaned out, and they got a lot of problems on that side. So for me, obviously, both of them were super key for teams, but I'd give it to Kyle Walker, but so slightly.
Yeah, Victor, you agree with that?
Not really. I just if I need to give one example, it's that corner taken quickly doesn't happen without Alexander Arnold. It's as simple as that. The 2019 Champions League for Liverpool doesn't happen.
Well, yeah, fair point. Fair point. And I think this should probably be the easiest question to answer, or at least the easiest, in my opinion. Who is more of a joy to watch on and off the ball, Victor?
Ah, yeah, absolutely. I I'm not going to even try to be controversial here or anything. On the ball, definitely Trent Alexander-Arnold. Uh, I'll be missing his passing range. He has been outrageous for Liverpool. I don't think there's any Premier League fan who can disagree that he is one of the best ever when it comes to vision and long balls. I I don't think there should be a Premier League fan to disagree with that. Off the ball, personally, I always admired Kyle Walker's recovery runs. He's like a freight train and a gazelle at the same time. Uh, Definitely the better defender.
Yeah, solid answer. And Max, which of these players would you rather have in your team if you were a coach?
It really depends on the play style of a team. I assume for the the defensive wise, it must be a Kyle Walker. So if you're like Inter Milan, obviously you want to sign Kyle Walker. He'll run straight 90 minutes and do everything to stop anybody. But if you want to build like attacking team, obviously you're picking Trent with his crosses, his vision of the pitch, as Victor said. So for me personally, I'd prefer an attacking style team, so probably I'll go with.
Yeah, Victor, you?
First of all, I would like to point out based on what Max said, Trent Alexander-Arnold, sure, he's not as good of a defender, but if you're relying on counter attacks, he has the vision and the passing range to actually ping that ball into the path of the striker, basically making it a two-pass goal, a textbook counter attack. So even in a defensively minded team, Trent Alexander-Arnold might have a big role to play. Probably not as good as Walker though. But yeah, I do agree with what Max said. In principle, if I'm more defense focused, Walker. If I'm more attack focused, Trent Alexander-Arnold. If I want to balance things, I play both. I play Walker at right back and Trent Alexander-Arnold in a double pivot at the base of the midfield. Basically, just task him with finding those cross-field passes out to the left wing for the runs in behind.
Yeah, fair point. And on the final note, Max, I think this should also be maybe easier to answer. But yeah, which player's quality is more suited for modern day football?
Well, so what PSG did to Inter Milan in finals, and when you look at their left back and right back, they've been pretty same playing like Trent does for team. And obviously, when you're signed to Real Madrid, you have to have a lot of good qualities to be playing at the moment. So I'd say currently, obviously, Trent is above.
Yeah, Victor, you?
Yeah, that's the thing. This isn't even modern day. This is the postmodern era, if you want to look at it from a fullback's perspective. We can argue that Trent, obviously under Klopp's guidance, Trent and Andy Robertson for the left flank, they've genuinely revolutionized what a fullback does nowadays. So you just have to go with Trent here.
Yeah, fair enough. I think I agree. I think I agree with that too. And on that note, we're calling our viewers to also join us in the discussion. Trent versus Skywalker, who is the better player? Who has been more impactful? Who is more of a joy to watching and off the ball? I think this one is pretty clear. But the tricky one here is who would you rather have in your team? Two top right backs, Trent versus Skywalker. They've done well for their clubs. They've won a lot of trophies, and it's just time to answer that question. Who has been better? And to our viewers also, where would you rank these guys among the all-time Premier League right backs?